The attack of September 11, which are mostly read as 9/11, were a series of suicide terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001 by the Al-Qaeda terrorist group, Laden, planned by Osama bin Laden in New York City, USA. In this incident, 19 members of Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 commercial passenger airplanes. The hijackers crashed 2 planes at different intervals into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York. As a result of these 2 collisions, all passengers were killed along with many US citizens in the buildings. Both buildings were completely destroyed after 2 hours and caused a lot of damage to the surrounding buildings. The hijackers crashed the 3rd plane into the Pentagon located in Arlington, Virginia. The 4th was shot down near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. This was while a number of passengers and flight crew had tried to take control of the plane that the hijackers took to Washington, D.C. before the plane crashed. They were leading, taking over. None of the passengers of this flight and the other 3 flights survived. The purpose of the hijackers in the 4th flight was to crash the plane into the U.S. Congress House in Washington, D.C. It was 30 years ago that his goal failed. The dead of these attacks were a total of 2,974 people, which plus the 19 hijackers, the total number of dead in these attacks reached 2,993 people. Most of the victims of these attacks were ordinary people and citizens of 90 different countries of the world. In a report published by Reuters in 2019, the number of injured in the September 11 attacks was also announced at 25,000 people. Muhammad Atta, Ziad Jarrah, Marwan al-Shehi, and Ramzi bin al-Shiba were among the people who carried out this attack. The response of the United States to these attacks was to start the war on terrorism by attacking Afghanistan and overthrowing the Taliban, which was harboring Al-Qaeda terrorists, and passing the American Patriotism Act. Following this incident, many countries strengthened their anti-terrorism laws and expanded their implementation. Some bases in the United States closed their operation until the end of the week, and after reopening, they reported huge losses, especially for airlines and insurance companies. The damage done to the Pentagon was repaired within a year, and later the Pentagon Memorial was built on the site. The reconstruction of the World Trade Center also began. In 2006, a new office tower was commissioned on the site. World Trade Center 1 is also now built with a height of 541 meters. It was put into operation in 2011. This tower became one of the tallest towers in North America. 3 other towers were built in the region between 2007 to 2011. The incident of September 11, 2001 is considered to the biggest terrorist operation in the history of the United States of America, and has various political, economic, security, and military consequences for this country and the world community. To the extent that it is said that the incident of September 11 is like the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, has changed the history of the America. 4 planes flying from Logan International Airport, Washington Dulles International Airport, and New York Liberty International Airport to Los Angeles International Airport were stolen. 2 planes hit to the World Trade Center buildings. 1 crashed into the Pentagon, and the other crashed in Pennsylvania. This plane was probably hijacked with the intention of destroying the White House building. But due to the delay and conflict during the control of the plane, he did not succeed in doing this. The 9/11 Commission's final report stated that air defense officials learned to the extent of the 4th hijacked plane after it crashed in Pennsylvania, contradicting the Pentagon's initial claims. 246 people in 4 planes, excluding the hijackers, including number 1, American flight number 11, 88 people. Number 2, United flight number 175, 59 people. Number 3, American flight number 77, 59 people. Number 4, United flight number 93, 40 people. Also, 2,602 people were killed in the towers of the World Trade Center. 125 people in the Pentagon. Among these people, 343 people were from the New York Fire Department, 23 people from the New York Police Department, and 37 people from the Port of New York Police Department. General Timothy Moody was the highest-ranking official killed in the Pentagon. The idea of these attacks was first suggested to bin Laden by Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in 1996. At that time, bin Laden opposed this action. At that time, bin Laden focused his actions in Sudan and Afghanistan and carried out the plan to bomb American embassies in several African countries in 1998. In 1999, bin Laden asked Khalid Sheikh Mohammed to improve his attack plan. He specified the targets to be attacked, and he chose the hijackers, including Mohammed Atta, the leader of the hijackers. Bin Laden opposed some of Sheikh Mohammed's plans, including the attack on the Bank of America Tower in Los Angeles. In its report, the commission investigating this attack stated that the cost of this attack was $400,000 to $500,000, but the source of funding for this attack was not identified. Zakaria Musawi is the only person who has been tried in connection with the attacks of September 11, 2001 in the United States. He is a French citizen of Moroccan descent who has admitted to collaborating with the Al-Qaeda network against America. During the trial, Musawi said he had no regrets and wished every day like September 11. In August 2001, Zakaria Musawi was training at a pilot training school in the state of Minnesota, USA, when 2 pilot instructors became suspicious of his behavior and informed the federal police. Prosecutors believed that the information Musawi had about the 9/11 attacks could have saved the lives of 30,000 people who were killed that day. He initially faced the threat of execution, but Musawi's defense lawyers successfully argued that he should be sentenced to life in prison, because if executed, he would fulfill his wish to be killed. On September 19, 2001, 8 days after the terrorist attack, and despite the establishment of special conditions and the ban of flights in the United States of America, the American government allowed a special flight to collect and remove 13 of Osama bin Laden relatives from all over the United States. To this day, America is still seeking revenge for that terrorist incident. And the American people say, "We will never forget. We will never forget."